Hello everybody, welcome to another DrMath vlog. I haven't done one of these in a while, even though I made a big thread and tagged everyone. I kind of forgot. Here it is. Notice it's from a different angle this time to mix things up. Last time I don't think I had my amazing beard, so that's new. I got a new car. It's really awesome. It's a Prius. You're all jealous. Don't lie. So let's see, where to start. Let's see. I don't know what happened since the last time, but there seems to be some talk about... Oh, patch notes. Yeah, I don't think I've made one since I posted the patch notes for the ZG turns 4 or whatever. So I guess that's kind of where I'll start. So before this change, ZG was kind of divided into two entities and a sort of third kind of entity. We had expansion, which was responsible for getting into new games, growing the clan, that kind of thing, and the main staff there were expansion coordinators. And we had leadership, which was responsible for helping to maintain current divisions, help mentoring those leaders, training, da-da-da. And the main people who did that were the admins. There were a lot of reasons why we decided to scrap the department structure. What we ended up finding out is that people who were in these roles were very multi-talented. They had a lot of things to offer. They had, many skills, and putting them on one thing, mostly the ECs, was very limiting. Admins were already kind of helping out everywhere. We did away with sort of the departments at the top level because we all just helped out wherever we were needed, and it wasn't a big deal because we could all do it. But the EC role was just sort of very difficult. We expected them to be able to garner interest, to recruit that initial base, all this other stuff, and it was very tiring. People would get burned out after trying one game and feeling, how difficult it was. But that didn't mean that they didn't have more to offer. So we were getting these leaders that were really good, and they were burning out, and then they just, we would go through them fairly quickly. And especially with some of us admins, getting jobs and working more, we felt like it would be good to be able to spread out the workload a little bit and also have a rank that we were preparing people to be admins. In the past, you notice, an admin leaves, we don't really have anyone that we've been prepping or that we've been watching closely, and it's kind of like, who are we going to get now? So having a rank that we could pull from of people we had been working with, we were confident with, was also a very tantalizing option. And allowing these people, the clan coordinator as it's called now, to be able to kind of get into the, sub-admin spirit, helping with divisions, being able to support them, being able to pick up their own projects that they wanted to do with the clan, is really good. It brings more diversity, more ideas to the table, which we always like. And it gives people a little bit more responsibility and they don't feel so restricted. One comment that has been brought up is, oh, I feel I can do some of these, but not all of these. Well, the rank is meant to be able to incorporate those kind of people. So you may be really good at, expansion, but you really don't want to do anything afterwards. Maybe you like some media stuff too, which we have kind of put in there as well. Great, like the position might be for you. Maybe you like leadership and expansion stuff, but you're like, I can't do anything with media. I'm talentless, like myself. I'm horrible at media stuff. Then okay, then the position still might be for you. It's a generalist role, not in the sense that we expect everyone to be very good at every single thing. It's a generalist role, so we can pick people with different strengths, and it gives them the freedom to grow their strengths if they want, or just focus on the areas that they want. So there's still a lot of freedom with it. That was the point of the role, not to make it more exclusive, but to be able to allow people to sort of come in, explore kind of what they wanted to do, find a place they liked, and do it. So that's the main change there, and the reason that we scrapped departments. We obviously have to go with where the leadership is sort of at. A lot of our structure changes that we have made have been because this is just the place that our top level leadership is at, so we need to kind of shift things around, do things differently, that kind of thing. With the diversity of skill that we had in the leadership, it was kind of silly for us to, limit people to one thing. Our admins are still around. We are looking after things. We work with DLs, DOs, LTs, COs, whatever. Like, we're still there. It's not like we're abdicating our responsibility, or like because we don't lead a department, we're not kind of looking at things. We definitely are looking at things, so I don't want you to think that we stopped and sort of said, well, we have the COs now, we don't have to do anything. We definitely did not do that, and that wasn't the intent or the purpose of this change. Other changes, community recognition. I really want to talk about this. So we are trying to do things to recognize members for what they're doing more. We obviously have had for a while. This was originally Maz's idea. Shout out to Maz. A sort of community rank where doing different things in the community, meaning sort of the forums, would elevate your member status. And that was a great idea, like to recognize the people that put more effort into the community, that are more active, that do these kind of things. It's important to recognize them. A few months ago, we introduced the in-game activity system, where we would reward people in a separate system for showing up to game nights, participating in events, participating on TeamSpeak, that kind of thing, like recognizing the people that are in-game. Now, the biggest change came when we changed the visionary member, which is the highest sort of non-staff rank that you can achieve. And we wanted really the VM to be the cream of the crop, not just a keyboard warrior, not just a like I'm only in game. We wanted well-rounded people to do it. So that's why we made the decision to require at least 2 points of in-game activity. So you are participating. You're playing with CG members. Like, you're not just a keyboard warrior or whatever. And that was good. We kind of fumbled a little bit because obviously there are some exceptions. The initial exceptions we made, I think, was if you had the Medal of Zeal, which if you have the top medal in the whole clan, you obviously did something right, and so you're a visionary member. Awesome, great. I think the other exception to get permanent VM status and not lose it, because VMs, if they lose those 2 points, lost their VM status. If you were a visionary member and you got Zealot tier, so the maximum number of in-game activity points you can get, then you get permanent VM status, even if the points go down, because you're clearly very active in the community and very active in game, sort of the model member. So that was our reasoning there. Exceptions. Yes. The third exception. Oh, yes. So bad members, they can lose it. So maybe if you reached one of these but you were really bad, we could take it away. We added another exception later because of some of the feedback that we got, which is good. We love feedback, to allow people who had served in global leadership, which included DLs for over, I think, at least 3 months, to be able to request an exemption from losing their VM status. And this was sort of a way to encourage people to stay in their positions longer, to want to help out higher, to, you know, sort of recognize also those people that obviously put in a sizable amount of effort. That was sort of the compromise. I think it's worked fairly well. At least I haven't heard any more complaints about it, and we got some good. We got some of those requests flowing in. We also updated the rewards, I guess. Yes, the rewards that different ranks get. So that was really good. And also, yes, rewards. I also want to talk about this because I've tried to bring it up and no one seems to get excited about it, even though I, you know, try to hype it. Everyone in their profile, if you go to, let me see, settings. So if you click settings, at the very top it says Zealot Gaming Forum Referrals. And there is a link. If people register with that link, it will mark you as their referrer. For each person that you refer, you get raffle points. Stay with me. Occasionally, I will hold a raffle, and it will be for anything from, you know, oh, something from the ZG store, like a shirt or a hat or whatever, to something like, oh, a Steam game, or if you are a console player, a console game, or in-game points for X amount of money, like Riot points, or I don't know, whatever. I don't know what other games use. Crowns and ESO, or gems and Guild Wars, you know, stuff like that. Or, around Christmas, I'm planning this big one, gaming hardware, like a graphics card, or a new headset, or something like that. Something very big. So, if you haven't been recruiting, you should recruit, because when these things come around, if you're like, hey, my graphics card kind of sucks, this one's really awesome, I want it. If you don't have any points, you're not going to be allowed to be in the raffle. So use that. We are looking into allowing division leadership to sort of reward winners of tournaments or whatever with these points as well. So there will be other ways to get them, not just recruiting, but recruiting will probably get you the most, the fastest, the easiest way. So recruit. Make sure if you don't use your link that people use your exact forum name without the ZG as your referrer, so it will count. If they do, if they mess up, you know, post in their application and say, hey, I referred this guy or whatever, and we can try and take care of it. Try not to do that, but if you do, it's okay. Just let us know. So those are the big things from at least the big changes that I think needed to be talked about. Maybe people were still confused about that or forgot. It's whatever. So I guess maybe I'll move on to some questions, because I tagged everyone in this thread. Okay. Ezo, why are you so goddamn sexy? I don't know. Some people were born with it. Funtime Brit, why does it get so hot when you enter a channel? See the previous question. Cass, what happened to our beautiful future together? It's still there. I'm waiting. Come and get me. Winkles. Fuck, kill, marry, deet, Shrim, Morty. I would marry Shrim. I'm not going to kill anybody, and I'm not going to fuck anybody, because I'm a classy fella. Let's see. Heavy Evo. Why do you think expansion has been unsuccessful expanding into games like ESO, Hearthstone, Firefall, Battlefield, etc.? I'm pretty sure only 2 new divisions that did well were Dawnggate and Strife, and Dawnggate is closed. So, again, I said this in a post, but we can only do as administration so much. If there isn't the member interest there, the core group wants to expand, wants to do this, we cannot make them want to do that. You know, we can only do so much. We can encourage them. We can say, hey, like, what do you need from us? Do you need help? Do you need, help learning how to recruit? Do you not know how to do game nights? What can we do for you? But we can't light the fire under people to make divisions. And it really has to come from membership, because we can be as excited as we want, but if there isn't also member hype, because remember, we're not going to be leading the division. It's going to be someone in the division motivated to lead it. If there isn't that fire there and that drive, we can't do anything about it. So, I mean, that's it. That's it. We can't make the drive, and that's why it's kind of fizzled. Hearthstone isn't really a game that we kind of want to expand into because it's 1v1. So it's not really like that. ESO is back in expansion, so if you play on NA, go and join the guild. So yeah, that's pretty much it. What will you do about the current situation in EU West, where we haven't really had any new members in the past few months? You'll have to go ask John and the EU West team about what their plans are for that. I can't really answer that for them. And what exactly are the COs and CLs doing on a daily basis for ZG? That's a really tough question to answer. Not because they're not doing anything, but because a lot of the stuff that they're doing, helping out leaders, making sure their concerns are there, trying to push the direction forward, isn't necessarily something like visible, like you can't automatically see it. I do a lot of coding for the site, but again, a lot of that is for leaders and to help streamline a lot of things that members don't necessarily see, but really helps the leaders so they can focus less on, busy work and focus more on playing, engaging members, that kind of thing. So I think that people are doing a lot. They're listening, they're interacting, that kind of thing. We try really hard not to be leaders that are cloistered off by ourselves all the time and we don't want to interact. I know a lot of places there are leaders like that who no one ever talks to, and like if they make a post, it's like, oh my god, they made a post. So we definitely try not to do that. So I don't know, it's less tangible things and more just listening and trying to make sure that we are doing the best we can for our members. Hope that answers that. Hop God, from a scale of 1 to Barbra Streisand, how big is your nose? I don't know. It's not Barbra Streisand level. I don't think anyone can be Barbra Streisand level. Why did you take... Oh, primitive. Why did you take the alien off TeamSpeak? Someone changed that to special and put a handicap symbol there. It was probably two of our immature admins named Wardy and Winkles. They tend to do dumb shit like that all the time. And I probably deleted it, and you can blame them. So go cry to them. There we go. Why Vegeta? I don't know. I like DBZ, and, he has a lot of pride, and at the end, he, recognizes Goku and stuff. I just think he's pretty cool, and Goku's too mainstream, so... Crazy. Why do you love me? Because... What games is Adult Gaming looking to expand to this year? Whatever our members want. Why won't you ban Kim Jong-Winkles? He is a North Korean dictator with a really bad haircut, but I don't know why we don't ban him. That's a good question. We'll have to consider that. Oh, do you love me? Not why do you love me? Yes, your waifu is carrying the progeny that shall be named after me, so yes. If you were the last person on Earth and you got to choose your partner, who would this be? Has to be in ZG. I don't know. I don't know. Women of ZG, you'll have to fight for the position. That's all I can say. Which is your favorite grill for roasting your sausage? In the spirit of Hank Hill, I prefer propane and propane accessories, so a propane grill. Clean burning fuel. Which of your profile pictures has been your favorite? If you mean like my avatars, I do kind of go through avatars like they're out of style. I don't know, I've kept the Vegeta one for quite a while, so I don't know. That's the flavor of the month right now for me. Fondest memory of ZG. Starting it. Legit and I started and we didn't know, we didn't have any clue what the fuck it would become. And I'm pretty happy with where it is, and as long as the members are happy, I'm happy. So I think that's just it. It was starting something new, being sort of just exploring what we could do and how we could do it differently and better and that kind of thing. So the starting is definitely pretty fond for me. When do you plan to die and how? I plan to never die. They're going to eventually learn how to download your consciousness into a computer, and I'm going to live forever. No, I'm not joking about that. One violence, I ain't got a question. You still get a shout out. How's the new job going? It's going really well. I was able to buy a car, so yay! Good job. Thought long and hard before. I don't want to come across someone who's always... Why do you allow members to reply to your posts with silly questions? This is from Enrico. What is your main game? Oh, Counter-Strike. Oh, that's funny. That was a troll post. Who put the bump in the bump? A bump to bump. Ramalama Ding Dong. Is this a reference to Greece? Because I really like Greece. What happened to CSGO? You should go talk to the CSGO LTs about that. Shinji and Marshmallow. You should go talk to them. Is that it? That's all the questions. I don't really think there's anything more that I want to talk about. I think I covered the biggest thing. Yeah, if you have any questions, as always, you can poke me on Skype, poke me on TeamSpeak, ask me that kind of stuff. And, yeah, I'm always around. Or send me a PM. I eventually get to those. Eventually. Yeah, but that's it. Oh, and that was very loud. Thanks for listening, and I will catch you in game if you're a League NA person. I'm going to start to play ESO. Or if you have Dragon Ball Xenoverse, please tell me and we can play together. But that's all for now. Thanks, guys.